computer. Beautiful. All right. Well, welcome everybody. This is Jana McKay, and I'm here with an amazing 14-year-old right here in the local community named Alex, and she is interviewing and talking with us tonight on INPact Kids. As you know, INPact Kids is an opportunity for us to showcase kids, adults, businesses, young kids, older kids, way adult people, to showcase what they're doing to make an impact in the world by doing great things for great people. And I'm so honored to talk with you, Alex. And I don't know if you know how I found you. Do you know how I did find you?
No, I don't.
Okay, this was fabulous. So this is the power of the internet. So here we are. We're all home, right? We're all quarantined. So what are people doing? They're posting on social media. They're trying to stay socially connected, but physically disconnected, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all of a sudden, I see this amazing picture come over Facebook, and a picture from your mom, and she had posted about how you were doing these drawings, showcasing the time that you're home from school during our quarantine period for COVID, for the coronavirus, and that each day you were showcasing a piece of your art and putting it to an emotion that you were feeling. So before we get into that, I just want to say welcome. I want to say what a joy, honor, and privilege it is to actually talk with you and meet with you. And could you just give some people a little background as far as who you are, where you live, and when you started even being an artist?
Yeah, so basically I live in Long Island and I go to Kings Park High School. I'm in 9th grade. I have two siblings. One has the same name as me. Her name is Sasha. And I have a little sister named Emma. She's so cute. And I just live in a small home with 3 cats and about 40 chickens, I think.
Really?
Yeah. And I think I've been drawing pretty much my whole life as soon as I can remember. And it's been my hobby ever since that I never quit. And I think I'm going to turn it into a career. And I also like to dance. I think that's been something that I've been to do since I think I was 11. And sadly, my studio has closed down, but I still stuck with art. And I'm scared since now.
Well, I have to tell you that the pictures that I've seen are just absolutely amazing. So now you seem very passionate about your siblings, which is so great. So how young is the little one that you got so excited?
The little baby?
The baby, yeah.
She's 3 years old.
Oh, that must be so much fun as you're trying to draw and they're trying to grab the markers from your hands and all of that. So that's great. And by the way, I just want this audience to know that I did just meet one of your cats, and it is a hairless cat, everybody. So I thought that was and she has 2 of those, which I thought was a very, very unique thing. And what are the names of the 3 cats that you have?
The name of the 3 cats, the 2 hairless cats is Sonia and Lala, and the non-hairless cat, which is a Bengal, is Lucky.
Is Lucky. I think maybe feeling lucky that it has so much hair, right? That's so funny. They're absolutely exquisite. So, so absolutely beautiful. So you're right here in the local community. And so what you're doing during the coronavirus now, I know that for many people, right, especially teenagers, it's a struggle right now because you are home and life has kind of been turned upside down for you. So what have you been doing? How has your schedule been? What does your typical day look like?
My typical day, I would wake up, I would do my chores, maybe start my homework, and then I have some free time. I would work on my drawing a day as usual. And I would exercise, or I would just hang out with my family, just do what makes me happy.
Wonderful. You know what? And that's really a lot of people are focusing right now on that which we can't do, right? Well, you seem to be really grabbing hold of what can be done. And I know that the important part of being home and being with your family and sharing time with them is just so beautiful. So your mom had mentioned to me that you had actually started almost like a journal a collection of all of your drawings for, since we started, about 2 weeks ago, being home from school when the virus hit. So now, what is it that sparks the drawing of the day?
To be honest, there isn't really anything considering I don't know, for all artists, there is this feeling you have an urge to draw. I'm an emotional artist personally, so when I feel my strongest emotion, I just want to take that paper, take that pen, and just draw. No matter what, I just sit down. And I never have an idea in my head. I just draw what comes to, mind. I don't even prepare for this. And I just think of something to draw, and that's how it just happens.
It comes out, right? It just comes out through you, like a true artist. Whether, I've heard that too about people that are musicians, and they just have to play. They don't know what they're going to play, but they have to sit at the piano, or they have to pick up their saxophone, or they have to just start singing, or all of a sudden a whole song will just come to them in the middle of the night, and they have to get up and they have to go ahead and write the lyrics right at that moment. And I admire that so much, because at 14 years old, you're so tuned in, turned on, and tapped into that skill. So I'm wondering, is that something that you think just is a part of who you are, or did other things kind of lead you into that? Experiences that you had growing up, or classes that you took, to really kind of spark that?
Well, there's one thing that did spark it. There was this one time where I just saw this picture of Cara Delevingne, the model, and I just really wanted to draw her. And before that, I never drew realistically, and I just tried once, trying to draw realistically as good as possible to the picture. And when I did that drawing, I felt like something clicked in my head. I wanted to keep doing realistic drawings, and ever since then I had better ideas and more imagination in my drawings, and more creativity. And I guess that's what sparked it, but to be honest, I don't really know.
I think it's just wonderful, because it's almost like such a maturity to have at ninth grade, and I just admire that so much. And especially, and that's something that we're sharing with people, is that your age group, the teenage population, has got so many incredible gifts hidden inside them, and you've already found somewhat one of your superpowers, right? We call it when we say empower kids, we call it finding their POW, their personal outstanding ways. And this for you is a gift that's just been, been opened up and exploded onto paper. So as an artist, you mentioned a lot about drawing. Do you have any experience in sculptures or landscape drawing or anything like that? Or is it mostly the facial drawings and stuff that I see?
So basically, when I started learning and taking art classes, I did still lifes, I did landscapes when my art teacher came to my house. I did sculpture in Huntington Fine Arts, and I still go there, and they're amazing. I love going there, and I'm not going to stop going there because they just made me grow so much. And yeah, I did a lot. I know how to do landscape, sculpture. I've been doing faces mostly because I've been wanting to improve to that point of realistic, photorealism. I've been trying to achieve that. And I keep trying. The one struggle that I have is not getting the proportions right, which is a common struggle for artists. But I think I'm slowly improving into that zone.
And you know what I found too is that artists have a true gift in the sense that you can truly show your authentic self. And that's scary for people in this day and age. A lot of people are not open to being their authentic self. They feel like they have to fit and conform into a box, right?
Yeah.
But yet an artist has this ability to express themselves in such a beautiful way. And I'm going to share the picture that you drew today in our post with this, and I'm going to look for it while we're talking, because it was just so spot on for the mood and what's happening in our
next to me, actually.
You have it where?
I have it right next to me.
Oh, which can you show it right now actually and hold it up to the camera? Oh my gosh, you got, ah! Wow. Okay, could you tell me about that picture?
So basically, this express America right now, and basically that's why I did the mask on her. It's just a random person, but basically she's a patient because she's wearing a hospital gown, and the bright colors around her express the long life that she's lived and the point that she is in her life, and the darker flowers represent the virus attacking America and the world right now, but she's still surviving and hanging in there.
Amen. I mean, I, I'm just so touched by that. That hit my heart, and I think that is what art is. I think that's what true art is, and
Mhm.
I thank you for that because that is truly a blessed gift that you have to share. And I know that you're putting together a whole book, and what a beautiful, beautiful album, so to speak, or a portfolio that you'll have to showcase, because what's happening right now is going to be imprinted in our history forever,
Mhm.
just like 9/11, just like other things that have happened in our world. And what a beautiful showcase that you'll be able to show from years on, in as part of your legacy, even of this is what I experienced as a 14-year-old girl during the coronavirus in 2020. So I really do commend you for that. And you mentioned the Huntington Art Council, which is really a beautiful place, and I do know it well, and I have been there
Mhm.
to see some of the art exhibits and stuff too. And something else that I love to attend is their Huntington, the Tulip Festival
Yeah.
there. Now, I have a cheat sheet here, but you have also won a number of awards for
Yeah.
your art. And one of them was the one in 2015 at the
Mhm.
Tulip Festival.
Yeah.
And that was a school art contest that you won for that drawing.
Mhm. Yeah.
Then in 2017, you won another award for
Mhm.
the environmental conservation for the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation.
Yeah.
And I saw that picture too. But I'm going to move on because I want you to talk about the next two. So
Okay.
the other one that was just done in 2019, this one I thought was really kind of cool. And this was an award that you won for a card that you designed for
Yes. Mhm.
the Spanish Society.
Yeah, the Spanish honors card contest, I think it was. I have it too. I think it's called, here, let me double check. It's called the American Association of Teachers of Spanish and Portuguese, Long Island Chapter. That's what
Amazing.
the association is called.
So you designed a card, and I know that the card showed two sides to it. Like, oh, there it is. That's why I love you. So can you tell me about that?
Well, since it's Spanish and I really enjoy Dali and Frida, especially Pablo Picasso, they're like my big inspirations. But especially Dali. I've been drawing him a number of times. But for this one, we had to do something unique that inspires Spanish culture. And well, for me, I love art, so I wanted to combine those two things together, and I drew the two artists. I did this last year, so it's a little
You're so far advanced from that, which
but
is absolutely
but
beautiful.
this side is Dali, and I did his one of his famous paintings. It was the melting clock. I don't remember what it was called, but it's really famous. And this one's just Frida's side. She does a bunch of like flower and tropical designs. So I did that in this card.
I absolutely love all the colors that you incorporate into your art. And your mom even mentioned something to me the other day that you can sense all the different shades of white. And when you really think about that, I was like, you know what? There really are so many different shades of white, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So tell me about, it seems that you like to use vibrant colors. Is that kind
Yeah.
of throughout most of your work?
Well, I used to not use as much color, but I think now I started using more of like a gray monotone mixed with color in like one picture. I feel like that makes it pop more, I guess you could say.
I think it really absolutely does. And I know that you even won yet another award too for McDonald's. They had a contest as well.
Mhm.
So that was also recent too, right?
Mhm. I think that was last year, yeah.
Last year as
Mhm.
well. Well, I anticipate that you'll be winning many, many, many awards. So I have a question for you. If
Mhm.
there was a young child or a teenager or even an adult who
Mhm.
all of a sudden, we have some time on our hands right now,
Mhm.
a little bit, how
Mhm.
would you recommend them getting started in drawing or maybe learning how to draw? Is it good to try it online with some online classes, or how would they get started?
Well, for me personally, when I did online, it didn't really do the trick for me. I had to have a teacher in person who would actually give me advice and like critique me, which especially helped me. Like, because online, it doesn't really give you that feedback that you need. Like, once you're done with the picture, you're just done. You don't have any like feedback. Like, is it good? Like, do I need to add something?
Mhm.
That's why for me personally, it would have to be someone in person that would teach me. And someone that's on a really good level and like has the ability to draw almost anything. I feel like that would help me the most. But mostly just someone in person.
Someone in person to help you. But really, if anybody just, even has some oil and a canvas, or just really just to start expressing themselves and tweaking it along the way, or, I do a killer stick figure, by the way. It's about as art as I get. I am more on the music side and singing and playing instruments and stuff like that. So I'm always I admire people that so have that ability to create this thing that comes off of a page, almost, in a three-dimensional. So the two artists that you had mentioned, are those your favorite, or do you kind of have a laundry list of artists that you follow?
Well, I have a long list, but my absolute favorite, like complete favorite, is Salvador Dali.
And why?
I just love his unique like surrealism, and whenever I like look at his work, he always inspires me. And I just love like his mustache and like his big eyes, like it just makes an image in my head whenever I see his face. Like his face is like the one face that I can never get out of my head, I guess I could say.
Phenomenal. I mean, that is what a gift, and to have that. So speaking of things that inspire you, where, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you want to travel?
Well, there's a bunch of places I want to travel because I don't travel much, but I would probably either want to go to Spain or go to Russia because those are my two places. Like, I'm learning Spanish right now, and my family is from Russia, and it's in my blood. And I just like Spanish culture, so that's why I would want to go to Spain too. I can't choose either. Like,
Well,
I don't really
I
know.
think you'll be going to both. And your whole future ahead of you, and the art that you're doing, and I know many artists do study abroad to get,
Mhm.
to learn different techniques, or to just have different experiences to help them grow on the inside, to express themselves through their work. So I see that for you, you know, in your long, long, long life ahead. And you also speak Russian.
Yeah, I do.
That's amazing. And do you speak it outside the home or mostly in the home?
Mostly in the home because our school district, not many Russians.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
not sure, that's not usually one of the, the languages that they, that is on the curriculum, but I think that's absolutely phenomenal. And I know that it was even such a joy and pleasure to talk with your mom too. So
Mhm.
what advice, as kids are, going to be home now for a little bit longer than people
Mhm.
expected. So what advice would you have to give to other people to kind of keep their spirits up and to keep moving forward during this time when some people would kind of let it weigh them down. And you seem to be somebody that is using the opportunity to lift people up.
Mhm. Well, I would suggest do something that you love. Just think of one thing that you love to do and never give up on it. And if that's still making you feel down, take a walk, spend time with your family, play with your pets, play a board game, call your friends, talk to just someone you love, or just do whatever, clean your room, just to get your mind off of something. I know for all the people in my generation, it's really hard with online school because it could be more stressful than normal school, but those things seem to be helping me, and doing a drawing a day also helps me because that's what I love to do. But that doesn't mean everybody should go and make a drawing. They should just do something that they love to do, because that will always spark some happiness in everyone.
Absolutely. That was like a drop the mic right there. That was so beautifully said. And I also too, I did some information to share with people that, to the power of gratitude. And you seem so grateful for the talents that you have and the beautiful family that you have around you and your two furless cats. I really do. I love furless cats. I just find them. I've even seen a hairless dog, and I was like, what? And just amazing. So I think that is so important, because at a time when people can, think of all the things that, like that we were talking about, that you can't, finding that that you can be grateful for. And there's so much. There's just so many of the little things that you can. And I really look forward to seeing more of your work. And your mom and I have linked arms on Facebook, and she's a beautiful person as well to talk to. And I was so honored and just so grateful to have reached out to her to say, can I interview your daughter?
I'm
And
so grateful to talk to you.
It's been wonderful. I think you have a talent. Oh, there's the hairless cat, everybody. Oh my gosh. All right. She's beautiful. She really is. What a special creature. And I know that anybody that has pets just has so much love in their heart as well. So I think maybe you can incorporate that face right there in one of your drawings for sure. It's so beautiful. Just so beautiful. I'm so happy that you shared her with us. Well, Alice, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, and for everyone that's jumping on and seeing the power that kids can have in making an impact in this world, because together, as all of us are doing these great things and putting positive energy out into the universe, for sure, we're all going to be able to heal the world together. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you're a blessing. You're such a talent. And I look forward to staying connected with you for sure. And just stay strong, keep going. And truly, you have a gift that the world needs to see forever and ever and ever.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay in, stay safe, and we'll definitely be in touch. So I thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, my friend.
Bye.